Hi there, my name is Ron Rogers, and this presentation is titled Getting into Trouble on a Student T-38 Cross Country, but not how you think. Now, if you saw my other video on the T-37 cross country, you might know, especially with this pink pussycat thing here, you might think, oh, I know how they got into trouble. No, uh, close but not quite. So here we are heading on from Vance Air Force Base in Enid, Oklahoma to Denver, Colorado. Now, I'm flying again, and this is a picture I took. I'm flying again with my good friend that I've known since we were 4 years old. We went to college together, pilot training together, and we're going on cross country together. We have two ships, so there are a total of 8 of us, and we're headed on over to Buckley. Now, Buckley is a nice high-altitude airport, but even in the T-38, the performance, we're used to near sea level advance, so the performance was kind of interesting. The airplane didn't perform quite as well, even though you got these things called afterburners. But okay, we go in and we land at Buckley. Well, Buckley doesn't have a place for us to stay, so we go over to the old Lowry Air Force Base, and we go to the fantastic bachelor officer quarters there. Now, again, I'm married, so bachelor officer's quarter isn't quite appropriate, but that's where they put us up. Now, Lowry Air Force Base, it's a bit of a walk from Colfax Avenue, but that's where the guys wanted to go. One of the guys knew about this place on Colfax Avenue called the Pink Pussycat, and he wanted to go there. So normally I would not frequent anything like this, but for the purpose of camaraderie with my fellow Air Force pilots, I reluctantly went. Now, most of these things, they got absolutely gorgeous women there dancing and stuff like that. Not quite on this place. I don't know where the gorgeous women were, but they were somewhere else. They weren't here. And we're setting it there. We had 6 of us. We had a few dropouts there, but we got 6 of us there. All the students and a couple of the instructors, and we're setting at a long table up back. The place was not this crowded at all, and not quite configured like this. There was a stage and there was a jukebox, and the girls would have to come up and they would have to put their quarters in the jukebox and then start dancing. Well, about the third one up, she's putting her quarters in, and a guy next to me on one side says, they need to put up a cattle crossing sign. Now, of course, that was a very poor remark, but he made it very quietly, we thought. And from the stage, we heard, she's got her back to us, she says, I heard that. And we kind of looked at each other and go, well, it must have been something else, Well, she dances for a while, there are a couple of the girls, and then she comes up and she sits down at the end of our group there. All right, she talks the guy at the poor student at the end into buying her a few of these overpriced, watered-down drinks for the dancers. They're trying to run the bill up. And talking just a little bit, and she's telling about how she was robbed and how things are terrible. And just the horrible life she's leading, and she would like to invite all of us over to her apartment. Yeah, we're not too excited about this at all. And she then she happens to mention, she says, oh, by the way, I heard some very unkind comment that came from this area. And my other friend next to me, who didn't make the comment, says, oh, that came from behind us. So the whole group, all 6 of us, we turn in unison and look behind us. And honest to God, the only people behind us was this one older Mexican couple. Okay, an older man and his wife. And by older, I mean we were in our 20s, so they were probably in their 40s. But yeah, they were sitting back there, and everybody looked at them, and then we turned back forward, and we kind of looked at each other and go, whatever. I doubt if she's going to believe that. But anyway, she says, well, she was going to get her stuff, and she would take us home with her. She just wanted to show us her place and stuff like that, and and maybe we could help her out a little bit. So she goes down, goes back to obviously get her stuff, and no pre-briefing, nothing like that. We hadn't discussed anything. We just single file, we're out of that place like a shot. We're out the door, and we're walking back home. So we don't know whatever happened, but she probably got a little surprised when she came back, and we were gone. course, we had already paid our bill by then. We didn't sneak out on that. But anyway, we were gone. So we got in our trusty steeds. We flew back to Enid, Oklahoma, and we decided that was another adventure we were going to put in the books and not have anything to do with again. So anyway, that was my T-38 cross country and how we got into a little bit of trouble. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.